How are you? See lots of you there. I'm trying something a little different, so hopefully it's going to help with some of the glare on my glasses, because I find that so annoying when I'm watching it back and I see this glare and I'm like, ew. So let me know. Hi Andrea, how are you? Oh, I'm excited to see too. I did peek on the top shelf because it was too much. I fired this was it Saturday morning, and then so it ran all Saturday, and then Saturday afternoon, ran all Saturday, and then I had to wait for it to cool down. And guess what? It cools down and it's perfectly fine to open during Super Bowl. So I was like, I gotta wait, because I was like, what are the chances? I mean, Super Bowl and me. So, hi Betty, how are you? So I was like, I'll wait. And then I thought, I'll wait for more people to see. Hi Sally, how are you? So nice to see you. I know we've chatted during different lives, so that was pretty awesome over on Matthew Kelly. Oh, I was so inspired. I even tried some of his stuff. And I want to, connect with you guys more often, because it's so much fun having you here in my house. I see 21 people. Hello, everybody. Don't forget to say hello in the chat, okay? Sometimes when I come back later, I see people commenting in the comment section, and I can't see the comments right now. It's in the chat. So join the chat, and everybody kind of has a party over there. I will try to go back and forth in the conversation. Hello, Linda from Australia. Lindall. Wow. Okay. Yeah. I thought about you guys. Now, somewhere in the world is always going to not be able to get in on the live. I was like, okay, it's like early morning for. Hello, Nikki. How are you? Carol and Anna. Thank you. Hi, guys. I love it. So I was trying to be cognizant of different geographical parts of the world and to see who, the most people could get in on this. All right, enough of my rambling. Don't let me forget, because I want to show you, so many of you ask, hi B. Ross. So many of you guys ask about the program. So I want to show it to you, okay? And I will show it to you, but we'll do it after, okay? I also took lots of advice from everybody, because it was a little bit chaotic. We couldn't find my pictures and everything. So I took pictures of each shelf, and now I've corresponded my pictures with each shelf. So hopefully that'll help. Hi, Karen, from Greece. Oh, okay. Oh, and Hawaii. Hello, Deborah from Hawaii. Oh, I lived briefly in Hawaii. When I say lived, it was like 7 months. And oh my God, what I would do to be back there. Beautiful part of the world, I have to say. All right, so Serafina, if you didn't know, that's the name of my kiln. Serafina has cooled, and she's ready to open. And she's actually, it's 52 degrees. We've been having a really mild winter so far, or at least February so far. Hello from Colorado, Dorothy. Hi, and Mud Paws Pottery. Hello. So we've been having a very mild winter. It's supposed to get cold starting, I think tonight's going down like -10 Celsius. So not fun, but like Friday was +15 Celsius. We don't get that in February. Anyways, like I said, I peaked. Hi, Carrie, Michigan. I know, right? Michigan, you guys have the same weather as I do. So lots of goodies in here. I have done some spring herbal, steaks, and I did them like, I don't know, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, and I never glazed them. So I did glaze them in this. So come on in, you know. Hopefully this is going to work out okay. Let's tilt you down and let you see. Not as bright this time around, but I did mark everything down. Lots of new things in here. Most things I know what they are, and there were a couple that I was like, uh-oh, I don't know what that is, even with my notes. All right, top shelf. Let's start. Actually, you know what? I should start. These kind of got. I probably didn't load them up very well. I was like trying to figure out how I could get them all in on one go, and so I was like stilting on top of kiln supports and so forth. Oh, all right. So There's only a couple that I don't know what they are. So you can see this warped terribly. Oh, and it's stuck too. Oh, okay. So because I wanted to glaze both sides, and now it's on a darker clay body. I believe this is reclaimed clay, but I can't speak for it because it was like so long ago that I made it. Not that pretty, but I did kind of want an earthy feel. I just wanted it to be shiny. And this one, and this one were glazed the same way, as you can see, but they warped. So I've got two little skis, curved skis, but they were aqua. So this was one coat of aqua underglaze by Amico and one coat of blue rutile, and it was just randomly placed. You're only seeing a little bit of the blue rutile, but I kind of didn't really want it to be overly bright, you know, in a sense. It just, anyways, not my favorite. You know me in color, but they're still really cute. And it was, the goal was accomplished by getting it glazed all around. These are prettier in my opinion, and of course I was using my new stilts. They're working out pretty good with the wax on the bottom, very little, won't even need to sand that. That came out quite nicely. So this guy and this one, they were glazed the same way, and they are aqua. So again, the Amico underglaze, so the aqua, you can see it just one coat on the dark clay, and then I did Spectrum's soft aqua, which is giving this lovely, you know, just, I like these. I like the way it kind of hung out in the details. So these were like a rosemary and an oregano. And then these I like too. So I did a couple of these. I think there's some more on the bottom. And this was a watered down river birch. That's really wrong. Oh, there we go. Watered down river birch. As you can see, I did more on one side than on the other. River birch. And I also used the soft aqua. So river birch is a Amico glaze, and the soft aqua is a Spectrum glaze, and it's a runner. So I was very worried about putting it on the back, though I did on this one, and it didn't do too badly there. So it's, you can see it's just getting that little bit of the blues. It's really hard in the photo because I didn't take individual pictures of these. It's hard to see them, but I've got pictures of everything else. This is just this is a white clay body, and I know at the time when I made this, I was using a lot of Pottery Supply House clay, which I do love a lot, and it's one of their white clay bodies. I wish I could tell you the exact one, don't know, but that is just, it's just nice. It's just a soft two coats of the aqua underglaze, not underglaze, aqua celadon. Did I say underglaze for all that? Aqua is a celadon, and that is just, I think that's kind of pretty. So these are little stakes you put in, you know, your herbs. Nothing too fancy, but you got it. If you're not thinking spring already, you need to. These, I have absolutely no idea what they are. These are the two I did not know, and it was whatever it is, it's very light. So sorry. I don't really care to redo that one, to be honest, so I'm not sad that I don't know what it is, but if you were fond of it, which I don't think, no can do, can't tell you what it is. All right, let me get these aside, and before I poke my hand, because you know me, did you guys watch the Great Canadian Pottery Throwdown with Seth Rogen? Let me know. I was watching it. I had a great time with that. I've got some ideas that I think I want to kind of do some of the competitions. I probably won't do them all, but I will do some. So if you don't know, Seth Rogen has a new show. It's in Canada. They're filming out in BC, and it's the Great Canadian Pottery Throwdown. I think they also have a British version, and I don't know if they did a US version or not. I'm not sure about that. Anywho, it's kind of entertaining. All right, my cone packs. Again, this is 6 and this is 7. 6. So it literally, I don't shoot for 6. I shoot, my top temperature is 2170, and I do an 8-minute hold. Hi, I missed that. Andrea. Loved it. Seth is so funny. I know his laugh, is contagious. His laugh is like, wow. So yeah, so that is my I got the temperature that I wanted, or the heat work that I was looking for. So I'm happy with that. 7 began to bend just slightly. Okay, so this guy is, you saw me do it. If you saw my last kiln opening, this is what I'm going to be doing from now on because it worked. I had to refire this little goodie again because it had really, oh, that came out really good. Wow. Okay. It was really heavy. I had fired it this way. It had slumped on me, and where the stilt was, anyone know where to find Canadian Throwdown in the US? Oh, you know, yeah, someone's gonna have to look at that one. I'm not sure. Maybe yeah, don't know. I should have looked into that before I got on here. But yeah, okay, so I decided to fire it like that because I don't glaze this part of the utensil. Now this is part of one of my salad servers. It straightens it up. So if you're looking at firing some long servers, just make sure that it's gonna fit, and she's doing really good. Like if you get any of the slumping, that works. It fixes it right up. So it fixed all the pin. I had the 3 little holes, but it was so thick, it was gross. I ground it down, it didn't work. But so that is, just so you know, so it's fired 2 times. This is what's gonna call it, clay. Laguna. They're 608 clay, and this is Flex Blossom ×2, Pepper Plum ×2. I use this, I have like mugs and stuff like that, but this was actually a gift for somebody. It was part of a set, and this is her favorite glaze combo of mine when I do it. And anyway, so it's going with a bowl, so I had to match it up. All right, woohoo! So this, don't ask me, because back at Christmas time, I had done a whole lot of spoons, and this little guy never got fired, and I'm not sure what it is. I have no idea, but it's actually very cute. So I know you guys have asked me to do how I make these, and I'm going to soon. But yeah, these are little serving spoons. I think they're great. They actually work out to be like a perfect tablespoon, so they're quite fun. Anyways, I'll be doing some more of those. I will do some videos. So, all right, here we are. On to some new things here. And this, I know what this is, and this is Lisa. This is you, Lisa Finkel over at Finkel Pottery. I totally bit off of what you were doing, though I used a slightly different combo. So Lisa was doing river birch with obsidian and seaweed and blue hydrangea. So I wanted to do it a little different. So this is on my reclaimed clay. I was just throwing bottles on my reclaimed clay. So this, I think it's quite lovely. This is going to be an oil bottle. I got some really nice oil stoppers. They just arrived. They're gold, so they're quite pretty. So this is my river birch ×2. I did do obsidian ×2. So, oh, that's how I watched. Oh, I missed what you guys were saying. What did you say? Anyone know where to find the Canadian Throwdown? That's how I watched it. Oh, I don't know what was said there. Okay, so I did the obsidian here, and then I used Albany Slit Brown on top ×2, and then I used blue hydrangea ×1, and so it gave me this. I think that's quite lovely, sitting up beside your stove with your little oil stopper. So that I'm happy with. And I'm amazed it didn't go over my maker's mark. All right, this one, I don't know, let me see what this one is. Okay, so let me show, and I'll show you what it looks like, because I do have pictures. Oh, I have pictures. That one, that's what it looks like. So when I had glazed it, that's what it looked like, and that's how far it ran down. So you can see it did move a fair bit, but not all the way down. All right, so now this little gem, I was like looking at my shelves and I'm going, I haven't used some of these glazes for a minute and I really want to use them. So I decided, well, they're all being very operative. Nothing is blowing over. Oh, I'm very happy about that. So this little gem is another little oil bottle, and it is stone denim. It is quite a nice, it's a nice greeny color. I hope it's picking up on camera here. So it's stone denim, 2/3, so up to here, stone denim, and I dipped it. Then I did river birch on the top here, ×2, that was brushed on. And then I did a band of dark flux, and it went in a wavy pattern. And the inside, I just used clear. I poured my clear, which is Pottery Supply House clear. And then on the rim, you're seeing a little bit of the river birch. So you can see how it was applied, what it looked like before it went into the fire. You can see the middle band there. That is the dark flux, which I only recently got. So I'm playing around with that a fair bit and enjoying it very much. But I'm really loving, like I said, it's on my shelf and I haven't been using it, but I'm going to start doing that a bit more. I think that's kind of nice. What do you guys think? Do you like that? Something different. I know I'm always in the pinks and purples. Don't worry, I do have some of those in here. So this guy, okay, so Gina over, like if you're watching right now, I don't know if you're watching. Anyways, I saw something on her Instagram and I was like, what? OMG. So Gina, I reached out to her just asking, and she shared how she did it, and I'm like, okay, I need hers is way more dramatic, and I did another piece inside of the kiln as well, but this is what it looked like beforehand, okay? This is what it looked like. So on the bottom, inside I did Cobaltic Sea, which is a Pottery Supply House glaze. Andrea, I know, right? Love it. And then the bottom is Power Turquoise, which I dipped. Then the top, halfway, is Blue Rutile. Actually, it's a little more than, I think a little more than halfway, but that halfway point-ish is Blue Rutile. And then these are blobs of hot running chowder, which is a spectrum glaze. Now, again, because I peeked at this, right? So I had to. So that is what it looks like, right? But it's not as dramatic. That's what the hot running chowder does. And I was so blown away. She did it on a mug and it was so incredible. So I need to practice more. You don't see it as much, but I did get the technique that I was after here. So I've got a bowl inside that has, and let's just cross my fingers that I get more of that. But oh, I don't know about you. I've never seen anything like that. I just think that looks really fun. So that's just another little oil bottle that with the stopper, but and you know what, it has, maybe not. Look at that blue. I thought I had my nose wrong because I have a dark blue that I used in here, but that's not it. Look at the Blue Rutile over Power Turquoise. It is like the most gorgeous. If you like blues, that is pretty darn stunning. If I do that with that is pretty darn stunning. Like, look at that. Oh, anyways, I'm liking that. And then, of course, you know me with this guy. So again, my reclaimed clay, and you've got your autumn purple, sangria, and kimchi, 2 of each all the way through. And that's another little oil bottle. I was having fun with bottles. I love my little bottles, and that's got little impressed. I carved it, but only and left the parts for the fingers free so that it's, especially if it gets oily, you don't want it slipping out of your hand. And I just wanted to get some of that detail, and I like the way it breaks, the glazes break on the detail. So that's there. Now this guy kind of looks like a little bit of a failure. I peeked and I was like, did it break? It looks like it did. I was carving. It was kind of a mess to begin with. And it looks like it's even more of a mess. So it kind of looks like it might have, I don't know, it might have broke through. I'm gonna have to pour water and see if it leaks. It might leak. But yeah, it didn't quite turn out. So this was sangria on the top. And let me show you what it looked like. Let me get the picture. So thanks guys for all your advice on how I should do my little pictures, because it did make it much easier for me. I don't know why I didn't think of it beforehand. So I had done sangria on the top. So lavender mist on the inside, purple crystal on the bottom. So I did the bottom, and then I did, this is Tucker's, their dark blue gloss glaze. So Tucker's, if you didn't know, they make their own house glazes, and they come in a powder or dry format. You have to add water. And I did a little bit of a band of, so this is the band of dark, and then the dark flux as well. I did a band of dark flux above and a band of dark flux below. So where it's on the purple crystal, the dark flux stayed matte, and on top of the sangria and the dark blue gloss, it was very shiny. So kind of interesting. Don't know. I'm not sure how I feel about this one. I think it's kind of on the ugly side. But you never know. Sometimes things grow on me. Right now, I'm not like going, yay. All right, now, this is where the excitement begins, because I don't know what the next shelves look like. You can only peek on the top shelf. So, got some good little glaze drips in here. Are you guys ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Let me bring you in, let you get the reveal when I get the reveal. How about that? And I'll pull you away a little bit. Oopsie. So you get a better shot there. All right, let me get my papers as well. And that was top shelf. Are you ready? Are you ready? Da, 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 da. Oh, I got some grinding to do. Da, 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 da. Okay. All right, those are fun. Oh, you know what? I kind of knew that didn't crawl. This did not crawl. It chipped off, and I should have fixed it, but I didn't. It had dinged on the way in the kiln, and the glaze chipped off. And I was like, oh, there was still some there, but it wasn't enough. That crawled. So I'm going to have to refire this. Not as exciting. Texture turquoise, not enough. And what was this? Let me see. So these are some berry bowls. I was playing around with some shape and style, but I'm going to have to refire with that. I did 2 of them in the second shelf. So that is okay. So I was playing around with stone denim. Okay, right. So this is stoned denim dip on, the rim. So that's stone denim. This is texture turquoise. So texture turquoise times 3. But I was so worried it was going to, drip and run out the holes that I was very light-handed with I'm usually very heavy with my glazing. And yeah, I'm going to have to do something here. Not sure what I'm going to do. So I'm going to have to fix that. This is going to be a work in progress. And I did this one the same way. So it was just a little berry bowl and a big berry bowl. And just so you could have like a cup of berries. And I forgot, because I actually made a tray for them too, and I forgot to fire it. It's downstairs, but I glaze this exactly the same way. So, underwhelmed. Sometimes it happens, right? But this guy is pretty, but I did not get the technique. So this is what it looked like when it went in. So I did blue rutile bottom, 2/3. So the bottom 2/3 times 2, which is quite gorgeous. Oh, wow. Okay, that's interesting. Very nice. So I did the same blobby technique, but again, maybe I used too much of it now. So I used not enough before, but I love the way that's mixing there, the blue rutile. I was, again, so cognizant that I did not want it to fill in all of my little holes. So this is the medium one. And I didn't use enough of the blue rutile on the outside, though I'm not sure I mind it, like the earthiness of the outside. I may just add another layer of it. So it was autumn purple. So blue rutile, bottom 2/3, in and out, times 2. I should have done times 3, and I should know that. Blue rutile, it really needs 3 coats. Otherwise, you get all this brown. When it's heavy, it's gorgeous. And then I did autumn purple 2/3. And then I did the hot running chowder dots just on the inside. But it's actually quite pretty. Hope I'm not moving and making anybody sick. Maybe, you know what? You know what I'm going to do? because I am notorious for, when it's too close, I don't see what I'm doing. So that hopefully looks a little bit better. Autumn purple is just so gorgeous. I've had it for actually from when it first came out. I bought it and I used it and I was like, I don't know what I was thinking, but I didn't like it. And then now I'm in love with it and I can't get enough of it. So, gorge. And I did order more glazes, guys. You love that one, Mary? Thank you. Thank you. I really like the inside here. I'm not sure about this part, the washiness of it on the outside. All right, so they're cute little berry bowls. Now, this guy, oh, did it flatten? It did flatten somewhat. It was so warped and after Bisfire. And then because my tray, I did this a long time ago, and I'm still not necessarily thrilled with it. So I put too much glaze. I don't know if you remember, but there was a kiln opening. I had this oval platter and it covered up all the flower detail. This is all underglaze in black, and then I carved it back. But it's kind of, it's not bad. And it came out so warped from the heat because I propped it up. So I decided to prop it up slightly differently. And it has flattened out somewhat, but it's still pretty warped. It was very, very thin. It's not bad. I don't mind it. So that is texture turquoise, power turquoise. So I put power turquoise, texture turquoise on it, and that's it. So wherever you're seeing this lighter green is the texture turquoise. I just kind of did it in swatches. The power turquoise is hard to see because I did wipe it back because I had such a hell of a time with the black in the other pot. So not as good. Let's see. Lots of blues in this kiln. Okay, blues and greens, and I don't know. I was a little lighter handed with my glazing than I usually am. So this, I had a few little dribbles. It's another in the, that is just the, looks abstract. Thank you. So it got a few blobs. It was too close, and I was at the very end of my bottle of River Birch. It was actually watered down. So I don't blame it for being quite so sheer. And then we've got, again, another one of these, which is quite fun. I do like that combo though. So that is the River Birch on top of the, I think this is a toasty, like claimed clay, and a little bit of the soft aqua. I could do that on a mug, or even like on some sort of platter that with texture. All right, let's just see how these other shelves are gonna do. All right, last shelf. Come on in, guys. Come in. You guys are being very quiet. I guess still traveling home from work, right, and stuff. Okay, guys. Fingers crossed. Oopsie. Ooh, okay. Oh. Very pretty. Okay. All right. That's interesting. That didn't turn out how I expected at all. Pretty. All right, let's pull you back. Yeah. Okay. Now, all right, guys. Start with the cone pack, 6 and 7. So just shy. It looks like where I was shooting for, 5.5, 6, so that I didn't overdo the dripping. Let me get my notes for third shelf so I can tell you what I've done. All right, let's start with these lovely, I was expecting that to be totally different. So let's start with these mugs because they look kind of good. All right, so I did these 2 mugs. How big is your kiln? My kiln, it's the 23-22. So the measurements are all the internal measurements. So it is 23 wide, 22 deep, and she's perfect. So I think it's at 5.6 cubic feet, which is really good for me. I was looking at the 23-27, but it was just so high. It was like up here on me. So I would have been like having a hard time reaching the bottom. So if you're vertically challenged like myself, something like this is pretty good. I actually went in and test drove it. I went in and I stood beside different kilns. At least I was lucky going at Tucker's and being able, they took me in the back so I was able to, you know, measure it. All right, so these two are done. Wow. Holy, okay. And opposite. So the same glaze, but just opposite in their application, and kind of fun. So it is, one has, all right, so they both have Cirrus Flow on the inside. Look at, it went really green. I was expecting, Cirrus Flow is usually very whitish, but that went kind of on the darker tealy side. Don't know if the lighting, I'm hoping the lighting, because it's all artificial lighting in here, is picking it up okay. But, so that is stone denim dip and a blue surf dip. So where it is the greeny color, that is the stoned denim, and where it's blue is the blue surf. And then I did a band of dark flux. Both of them got a band of dark flux right through the middle, and that made it really, really move. I wanted to, but you can see that moved more than this. Very interesting. But the inside, that's kind of fun. Oh, and that one I put dark flux on the rim as well. So it gave a little tiny bit of movement. So that's what they looked like before going into the kiln. You can see the dark flux on the rim here. Oh. That would have been bad if that fell. You can see the dark flux on the rim up here. Oh, right there. But that's not dark flux. What is that? Band of dark flux times 1. What's going on? What did I put there? I can see I put something on the rim. I thought that was, but that's not. That's the, oh, it is too. Never mind. Because yeah, see, that's the dark flux there in the middle. And I did a tiny bit on the rim. Actually, I put it on the rim of both of them. Just a thin rim. Okay. I was thinking dark flux looked darker when it was in its pre-glazed, pre-fired state. Okay, so from up here, this looks really pretty. Like, really pretty. And I hope it's pretty when I pull it up. Have you ever had that when you look at it from above and you're like, oh my God, it looks so nice. And then you pull it out, you're like, oh, maybe not. Okay. It looks really, really pretty from up here. Actually, not. Oh, it crawled a lot, but it's very pretty. And I don't even mind the crawling on it, but it did crawl. That's kind of, that's it. It really crawled in my flowers, but I don't mind it at all. I kind of like the rusticness of it. So this too is a little, like either a little soap. I'll have the little soap dispenser for the top. And I kind of like that. I'll grind these little dribbles off. And so this is lavender mist pour on the inside. It looks pretty good. I thinned it out. I've been thinning it. This is a very textured clay. This is the Laguna's 608 clay. And so I poured the lavender mist inside, and then it's autumn purple band, a third one. So that's autumn purple here. And, oh, I see, sorry. So lavender mist inside and out top, top third. Autumn purple, which is spectrum band here. And I did river birch, which is the bottom third, and then with an overlap of the autumn purple. So it overlapped. And then it says top third river birch times 2. I see, so yeah, river birch here. Yeah, okay, sorry. I was just trying to understand my notes. I was like, what am I saying here? I'd have to study this a little bit longer. But lavender mist top, autumn purple mid, and river birch on the bottom. I don't know. I think that's kind of special. It's got a rustic. It's not overly purple. It's brown and earthy, and I don't know. I like that. So I carved out those little hearts or little flowers, and then this guy here is. So this is disappointing because I have done a test on this clay body and it looked totally different. Oh no, actually, you know what? Okay. See, in the kiln. I guess it's actually kind of fun. So this is another little soap bottle. It actually turned out okay. So when I was just looking down on it, I didn't like it. And that is my, you know, I've been using it a lot, and that is my new Purple Haze glaze. So I used Purple Haze all over, 3 coats. I did Amaryllis, the top 1/3, so kind of up here but wavy, so it moved a fair bit. Oh, I missed a comment. What happened? Mary, where did you get the oil soap bottle stoppers, and how do you measure to compensate clay shrinkage? Very good question, Mary. Okay, so what I do, you're going to have to do some research on your clay body. So typically, wherever you buy your clay, you can look it up and see what the shrink rate is. And different clays have different shrink rates. This particular clay body is Tucker's clay. They're white, and I use their white, and I also use their smooth white spec, and that shrink rate's 14%, whereas another clay body might be 12%. So you have to then decide. So basically what you're going to do is you take your stoppers, and of course I don't have one out here, but you have to take one of your stoppers and measure. I have calipers, and I measure the actual size, and then I'll either add 12, 13, 14% to that number. So literally if it works out to be 3/4 of an inch, make that into 0.75 times 13%, and that will give you a number. Then you make that measurement. That's how I do it, and it seems to work. Where I get them from all kinds of places, and I often link things in the description box if it's on Amazon or something like that. So some of my oil stoppers I get on Amazon. Soap bottle pumps I actually get from my Pottery Supply. So Pottery Supply House, that is in Canada, and it's called Euclid. Euclid. And I've told you, and so Pottery Supply House, they are in Oakville, Ontario, and they have a U.S. store, and I want to say it's called Euclid, UCLID, Euclid, .com, and they sell all the Pottery Supply House glazes, clays, all that stuff. If you can get your hands on their glazes, their house glazes, they are really reasonably priced, like insane. So like this purple is one of theirs, and my red wine is one of theirs. Euclid, I think, yes, hang on, I'll Google. Thank you, Natalie. So that's what so it's euclid.com, and you can get Pottery Supply House clay, all their stuff. So in Canada, you need to type in Pottery Supply House. Anywho, but that's how I do it. So I get the pumps from there. I'm always searching different places. I just usually try to price out what's going to be best. But try Amazon, try your local Pottery Supply, and usually you can get a good deal. Like sometimes with Pottery Supply House, like when you buy 5, they start to give you a discount. So you buy them in bulk, and they work out for you. So yeah, so that's a little soap bottle. And did I say what it is? I said, so this is Purple Haze, Amaryllis, and then ×2, and Flux Blossom ×2 on top of that. And that's what it looks like before. I had done a test tile. I got a little more yellow, a little more movement, so maybe I should have gone a little heavier with the Flux Blossom, or maybe I needed to go lighter, because I'm getting some of the yellow, but it's a little bit more diluted, but I think that's still kind of precious. Okay, now, all right, this bottle has some red wine in it, but it's on a darker clay body. And I don't know how I feel about it on the darker clay body. I don't think I like it. So this is that same combination that everybody went, and I went crazy for out of my last kiln firing. So that is the red wine by Pottery Supply House. But it's on a darker clay. My reclaimed clay. And then that's the autumn purple. I'm not sure I'm digging that. I was just playing around a little bit. I do that a lot with bottles. It's my chance. You just received your Purple Haze glaze today. It'll be fun to try out. Also received my beautiful cat mug today. Thank you. Oh, I'm so glad you enjoyed it. Yay! Thank you for supporting me. I know lots of people are starting to get all their goodies, so I'm very happy about that. I'm starting to get tagged on Instagram. So for my latest shop update, I have to say thank you guys, all of you who bought something from me. I so appreciate it. It means so much to me. So thank you. Thank you. So yeah, I prefer this on, it just looks kind of, I don't know here. You know what? I'm going to pull it away. I don't know if it reads. It doesn't read well on camera. Well, maybe on my computer over there, it does look a bit better. Okay. I mean, it's so nice on white clay. So a much better choice on white clay. But you know what? You gotta try things. You sometimes just have to try it. Now, okay. Which one do I pull up first? Oh, what do you say? I think I'm on your feed. Love, whoa, let me see what you say. Evelyn, I think I'm on your feed. Love your hair as always, and always as glazing is awesome as you are. Oh my gosh, thank you. From Australia, thank you. You notice I got my hair cut. I did, it's a little shorter than I had intended. And I know it's looking a little bit on the purple side. I used a little bit too much purple mousse. So it really makes my roots look kind of yellow. But I wasn't gonna wash it out again. I was like, oops. So anyways, it's gonna look like this for a couple days and then until I wash it again. But yeah, so I had it cut because it was really breaking in the back. Great unloading. Your haircut's super cute. Thank you. Cute. All right, just a few more pieces in here, guys. Oh, and I have a couple of shout outs to make, and then don't let me forget about the program on the kiln. Okay, don't let me forget. Okay, so now this is another guy. Let's just see. So this was a hand built bowl. I used a hump mold that I made. Oh, that looks really nice. It's on my reclaimed clay. Oh, whoa. Oh, that does look nice. Yes. Okay. Okay. That is incredible. It still didn't do the technique that I wanted. So I'm going to have to perfect it. So I did apply it in the same way. I was hoping for this sort of stuff, this interesting little circles. So I'm gonna have to figure it out why it didn't quite work out that way. It gave me this though. It's still really pretty. Okay, wowza. Okay, so this, as you can see, that's how I glazed it. So the underside, the texture was me just sticking my fingers in it. It was literally, so I have a hump mold that I made. It was from an IKEA bowl. I like the shape of the IKEA bowl. I then poured plaster, pottery plaster, and made a mold, which I use for various things. So then when the clay was on it, I literally just did this with my fingers to make all these little bumps. And then I just made 3 little feet there. That is the red wine glaze from Pottery Supply House, autumn purple. So that looks really nice. The inside is there's autumn purple here. So it is inside all over with sangria ×2. And then it says, I did a 3rd coat of sangria on the rim. And then I did overlap the purple, autumn purple on the rim. It was just literally very tight up to the rim. You can cut, sorry, you can, actually no, I did not, 3rd coat goes down to about here. You can kind of see, can you see the variation right there? So autumn purple came down to there. And then these are dots of the hot running chowder, which is a spectrum glaze, and I need to perfect it. I'm either using too much or not enough. I don't know why it's not giving me the little dots, but that is still a winner in my books. That is, that's pretty crazy. Okay, very happy, very, very, very happy with that. Me and my pinks and red, oh, I just love them. Okay. I know, I've got a lot of you guys are pink people too. I know you guys reach out. Did I? Oh, right, I did not write this one down because I said I would remember it. So, sangria. I mean, it's so incredible. It's so good on so many things. So again, reclaimed clay, and look how nice it plays. And then on the outside, I did the power turquoise dip. And then It's just the way that I did the powder turquoise, so it kind of, they both overlapped. I gave a little bit of the sangria kind of, I did a thick on the rim so that it would pool down this way, and I did the powder turquoise thick on the rim so it would kind of pool on the inside. But I don't know, I love that juxtapose of color. I just think it's fun. It looks like a watermelon, slice of watermelon. That's what it looks like to me. And then my little feet. That is such a gorgeous color, and that is a nice glaze. If you don't have powder turquoise in your repertoire, you need to. So these guys are all kind of little meh. That was just a test of, oh, finally, it's finally fixed. Okay, that I wanted to test it out because I was having so much problems with my lavender mist dipping glaze. The brushing glaze, no problem, but that is just the lavender mist now on its own. So at least it's not, you know, frothing and whatnot. So I managed to fix it. Very happy about that. So I'll be using it in the dipping format more. Just a couple of little guys here. Nothing too exciting. That's that Aqua Celadon. And I want to say that's Aqua Celadon. Look at the difference, on the two different clay bodies. So very different in the way that they played. And then this was the bowl for, I think this one. No, for this one. And that was just, so that's the little bowl for that guy, but I didn't use enough. So both of them are going to have to get refired with some more glaze added to it. But that's everything that's in the kiln. So now I'm going to show you my firing schedule. And I cannot take credit because it's not mine. It's Lisa Finkel over at Finkel Pottery shared it with me. It's the Camille Hoffman's slow, cool firing schedule. So let's bring it down. And I can, so if you guys, I don't know if you know this stuff with your kiln, if you have a Bartlett controller, you can program in your cost per firing. Sorry, I'm really adjusting this. This is probably going to make somebody feel a little ill while I'm doing this, and I apologize. Let's see if I can get that there. Oh, there you are. What did you say? What is that? Evelyn, love the bowl. That's where I am at my pottery journey. Slump up molds and slabs. I have one of those inexpensive wheels which have had great reviews. I still need to start on my throwing. Listen, I did one of those reviews of the wheel, the Viver wheel, and I use it for my trimming. I quite like it. I like it a lot. Okay, there's too much glare here. Why is it doing that? Okay, I might have to adjust my lighting somehow. Maybe I will do that. Does that now showing better? Yes, it is. Okay, so I need to bring this in. Now you can see, let's zoom in here. So this is my firing schedule. So clear that up. So Lisa, if you didn't know, you are programmed into my kiln. This is your firing schedule that you shared with me. So if I go into my firing schedule, this is it. This is what it looks like. So ramp 1 is it's at a rate of 200 degrees an hour until it gets to 250 degrees. Then ramp 2 is 400 degrees an hour until you get to 1,000 degrees. Is this in focus? Make sure it's all in focus. Yes, 1,000 degrees. Then ramp 3 is 180 degrees up until 1150. The fourth ramp is 300 degrees until I get to 1967. Then we're going to go here. Then fifth is 120 degrees until I get to 2170, and I do my 8-minute hold. And then the cool down is 125 degrees an hour until it gets to 1900 degrees, at which time I do a 30-minute hold. And that's it. And that has been giving me a very little pinholing. It is giving such a glossy finish. Now I know it's not for every single firing and every single glaze, but if you're looking for some of the drips and you're really concerned about pinholing and whatnot, this is a great firing. So I've been using it a lot because most of my glazes are, I'm looking for that whole drippiness. menu. This guy, if you didn't know, you can program in. So I go in here to my data and look at my last firing, and it tells me everything about it. So its max temperature was 2172. So that was, even though I went to 2170, it went up to 2172. And it said, oh, I'm sorry, so it just showed there 11 hours. It was 11 hours and 20, oh, sorry. Let me do this, 11. It cost me $5.25 to fire it. So because you program in your kilowatt per hour, and that's provided by your supplier, and then it fired for 11 hours and 27 minutes. Not bad for this beast when I think $5 to fire it. So if you're thinking about getting a kiln, it's not that crazy. It really isn't that crazy in cost. So now what I'm going to do, so that I don't make anybody any sicker by moving this around, I'm going to do, whoopsie, guys, sorry. Let's get away so close to my face there, sorry. So I have a couple, oh, right. So this happened the other day. So I did try filming it, and then I kind of goofed because I filmed it in the wrong format. This showed up on my porch. Okay, guys. Hello. So, Great White North Pottery, you've heard me talk about them before. They sent me a gift. I was so, and you know, as I opened it, it was all wrapped up in pink tissue. You've got to love that. They were like, and this is what they gave. So they, honestly, so I've got some goodies I need to try out. I need some advice from you because they gave me a couple of samples. So they gave me a sample of the Supernova. And I know, Nat, you guys, you've been struggling with this glaze. And I haven't tried it yet. I did reach out to you for some advice. So they gave me a sample of the Supernova. And they heard that I was running out of some of my pearl white. So they gave me a little bottle of that, which is so sweet. And they gave me some extruders because they know how much I love my extruders. So I'm going to be playing around with this a little bit more. So these are the hollow dies, which I have never used before. So you know I'm going to do some videos with that. Send me your suggestions, please, of what to do. They sent me a cute little rubber stamp, which I can use that all the time. I like hearts. I do that in a lot of my ads, and or not ads, but like I just like hearts. It's just part of my whole aesthetic and stuff like that. With you see, so I'll be using that a lot. And they gave me this little security tool, fuzzy sock. So it's a Christmas sock, but still you can use this for different shapes and, you know, as a rib. So I will play with that as well in a throwing video. So thank you, Great White North Pottery. And they sent me, which is so cute, can I tell you? So sweet. They sent me a card and every single person signed it. How nice is that? You've got to love when people do things like that. So Great White North Pottery, I'm not sponsored by them or anything like that. They just were kind. They said, thanks for all the shout outs. And I just talk about where I get things, and they're a great place and they ship quickly, which is wonderful. I use a few different pottery supplies, and but they are amazing. So thank you guys. And so now I have some other shout outs to do. Give me a couple more seconds. Where's my paper? I try to be really good with this. So I have to say, because you know me when I do my little shout outs when I'm on my, oh, what happened there? I missed some comments. Barbara, I take a very long floppy paintbrush, dip it in the chowder, and then fling it onto my piece from 12 inches away gives me little specks. I love that, Barbara. That sounds like so much fun. Okay, I might try that too. I love this. I hope I didn't miss anything else in the comments while I was doing stuff. So, you know me. But I did want to say, there were some people, now, I didn't want to give, because they put their names in as someone. I see something on Betty. Great experience ordering from, yes, so you've ordered from them too, right? They're really lovely. Like, even if you make the phone call, like I've had to call them, and they are so helpful there. So you know, customer service is everything, you know, and I will always keep going back to places or that treat me well and you know, are just helpful, and it's important, right? So my shout outs, buy me a coffee. So someone bought me 5 coffees. They did leave me their name, but because they put someone, you can choose, oh my nose is running. You can put someone or anonymous, and I think they did that on purpose. So I'm not gonna give them a shout out, but you know who you are. Thank you, that was so lovely. Someone else also bought me 3 coffees. And then Audrey Lynn Studios, if you haven't checked out her video, she's another fellow Canadian out in BC. She bought me 3 coffees. So thank you guys, that is so sweet. Every cent goes right back into helping me put productions like this together. And I've been filming, and I told you my last live, I've got a kiln opening, I just haven't edited it. So it's from January 4th. And so I will get that out to you guys. I also wanted to say thank you to Nancy. She sent me she bought me a super thanks, and that was amazing. I appreciate that so much. And of course, everyone who shopped at my last update. And I told you that Gina was the one who gave me the hot running chowder technique. I think it is fabulous. I don't know what I'm doing wrong yet. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but I'm going to master it because that worked. And I've got to decide whether that was less or more, or if it just, you know, anyways. Thank you guys for spending some time with me on this Monday, crisp Monday evening. I appreciate each and every one of you for supporting me on this journey, and I hope I was able to inspire you to try something. I'm going to say there's a few here that I really, really like. Few pieces. My favorite, that's my favorite. So very happy with this little guy. But there's a few others in there that I quite enjoy. So I want to say thank you. I love you all, and until next time, take care. Bye. Oops.